Once Invisible Woman did one last sweep of the rubble and debris, Thor stepped in the conversation to present an alternate point of view, the perspective from a god, a ruler of his own people, but also the son of a former ruler. Could the heroes consider that maybe Doom is what's best for the world? Thor presents an entire argument to the rest of the heroes by comparing Doom to his father, the All-Father, Odin. Yeah, because why not? I understand the Emperor/King comparison, especially when you know that Odin was no benevolent ruler. He's done more than a few questionable things, maybe some even outright evil. But he demanded respect from mortals and gods alike, and he received it. Because at the end of the day, no one wanted to cross the All-Father. But the difference here, in my opinion, is that Odin didn't cause the problems he later pretended to solve. Not all of them, at least. Thor asked for the Avengers, specifically for Tony Stark, to listen and consider his words. Maybe Odin's way of ruling would not work on Earth with democracy and all, but Thor could not ignore the fact that Doom had turned Earth around in merely weeks. Why are the Avengers still refusing to change their stand against Doom? Listen, I know that Tony Stark is not everyone's favorite person, but he is the only one here that is not swayed by Doom's performances. His answer to Thor's thought experiment came across as frantic, and they even called him a conspiracy theorist. He questioned if Doom planned this whole invasion, and Carol said, "Oh, so you think Doom planned to break every bone in his body?" And Tony was like, yeah, he's already healing magically for all we know. The point he was making, in a very frantic state, to be honest, was that this was Doom who they were talking about. He wanted everyone to keep in mind that he's a bad guy at the end of the day. Tony was not going to be persuaded by a few good deeds to completely change his perception of who Doom was, is, or will be in the future. Thor, however, posed a final question to the Avengers that left most of them speechless. Do they really have the luxury and the moral high ground to ignore the prosperity Doom has brought to Earth just because they don't like the man?